Hi everyone. Oh, sorry, I've just been eating some chocolate. Still in my mouth. I'm sorry. Anyway, today we are on our floral pencil page again, and we are going to be using green. Now, green for flowers is something that we don't tend to do that often, but actually we do get green flowers, so we can certainly have a go, and I think it will add to our sort of rainbow look with the pencils. Particularly if we didn't have any green pencils, it might look a little strange. I'm going to do this one here in green. I don't know why, I just thought it would look nice. Now we're going to do dark green first, and we'll do a lighter green tomorrow. I haven't really quite thought about how I'm going to do the leaves, but anyway, I'm going to start with a pencil. Let's see if I can zoom in just a tad. It's a little bit tricky to get all the pencil in shot. Fern Green to start with. I'm going to do the two outside edges in this one. So as I have done before, I'm going to press a little bit harder along the edge of the pencil and then do less as we move in. So I hope this page is okay for you. I know it's one that people have done a lot before, so you may have already coloured it in, but it's a little tricky to know what people might have coloured and what they might not have coloured. So I just go for things that I think might work, might be fun, and even if you've done the page before, you might be able to have a go at some of the techniques, or just colour along with me doing something completely different. I have to say that I haven't normally watched lots of YouTube, I have to say. I used to watch a few people colour along with Chris Cheng, sometimes Emily Illustrator, etc. I never just watched videos without sort of actually actively watching or colouring along, and just recently I've just started doing that because well, I wanted to check out a few people's channels, to be honest, and I was actually working, and so I watched the video while I worked, as you do. I put the subtitle, because I was working, I didn't put the sound on, I put on subtitles, and I just watched it as I worked, and I found it really interesting. And you can just glance up and down every so often and see how the picture's developing, if it's a tutorial, or if it was like I was watching some flip throughs as well, because I was thinking about getting some new colouring books, because obviously I haven't got enough. No, I was just just looking, as you do, and looking at people's flip throughs and things. I was going to try a few different authors, so I was just having a look. I had a look at Clara Markova, and to see what hers were like. Now that, to me, isn't very bluey green. I think I might need to swap it in my pencil box, because I've got a basil green in the, I think it's not so bluey. Anyway, I'm just pondering my pencil order while I'm talking to you. It's probably not ideal. Anyway, we're going to go with a dark green in the middle. I know this centre part would be catching the light, so it'd be lighter, but we're actually just going to use, I just want to use a Jade Green. I just want it to be different. So that's what I'm going to do. And it'll might look a bit like a Noris pencil with a dark bit. Although actually it's not that dark, is it? And I'm just going to flat colour this. I'm not going to shade it at all. It's just going to be a nice bit of colour. Anyway. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, video. So I was looking at completed colouring pages and things, and that was really nice. And yeah, I was looking at Clara Markova, that's right. And thinking about, oh, shall I get some of her books? They look really cute. And looked at some flip throughs and things of people who had them, and then I went on to Etsy and I saw the price. Oh my goodness, the UK postage was £25, which is more than you would pay for a Johanna Basford book plus postage, and then you had to pay for the book as well, and it was about the same. I was like, whew, that's quite expensive. And I was actually looking for gift ideas for my parents asked for some ideas of things to buy me So I was like, no, that's going to be way beyond their budget just for one book. And they like to get me a few bits and bobs. Right, so I'm back to the Jade Green as I try and show you. And I'm going to do the florals. We're not going to do the stem quite yet. I'm going to try and, yeah, we can go in a little bit for the florals. And you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. It's just really tricky to get all the pencil. Should we go that way? There we go. I need to try and get it in the middle so that it's in focus. I don't know why the camera blurs the edge and keeps the middle in focus, because sometimes the subject of your picture isn't in the middle. But perhaps I need to do a bit more research about my camera. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting more layers near the centre and less towards the edge. I'm taking the colour pretty much all the way to the edge though. I think I will, just because it's such a small petal. So there we go. And I've got quite a few flowers on this one. I need to hold the page because we're very near the middle of the book. It likes to bounce a little bit. It doesn't always look good. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Oh, right, that's better. Came on all of a sudden. I've been a bit sneezy the last few days. I'm not sure why. But sometimes the children bring home a little cold from college, but I feel fine. Oh, as I say, just a bit sneezy. It's actually quite rare for me to get sneezy. These buds I'm going to do in a similar way with a darker bit of colour at the very bottom. Yeah, I usually end up, if someone's got a cold, I end up with earache or sinus and no and a sore throat, but no sneezing. But today I'm sneezing. I'd rather sneeze than have any of those other things, so I'm quite happy. Okay, that's enough for me. I'm going to sharpen my Fern Green just to make sure we can get in there. Fern Green, okay. I think we'll start down here. We'll start on the tip of the petal and just take the colour in. We're not really going to be able to do much sort of shading here. It's quite small. That's okay. And we're also going to do the centre and these dots. It may look very much like it's all the same colour, maybe, but that's okay. It's just a small space. Gosh, I'm going to have fun. I'm making quite a series of videos this morning, just because I happened to have some time yesterday. I did a lot of work, so I could be free. My son was home, so it's quite, I think, figure that if I work while my son's home and work quite intensely, then when he's not, I can make videos. And I have one of my sons is home all day now on a Tuesday, and the other one is home on a Monday afternoon and a Friday morning, and he's talking about maybe coming home a bit early on a Friday, so I have to sort of, so I can work in those times, which is fine, and then do videos at other times, so it works out very well. I just have to make sure I plan. Now the stems. We've only got a very small amount of stem on this, and I think I may only use one colour. I'm thinking I might go lighter. I'm looking at this Shamrock. Oh, sorry, I hit the tripod. The Shamrock Green. Do you think it's too bluey? I think it might work. I'm going to try it. Let's go for it. If it doesn't work, we can always go over it with something, can't we? Or erase. Erasing would be tricky on this small area. But I'm not going to shade it too much. Just going to pop it in. It's quite bluey green, but I think that's okay because it matches in. And it sort of showcases the flowers a little bit, I hope. Just checking I'm not wonky because I whacked that tripod. It doesn't hurt, by the way. It is a big piece of metal, it does move when you touch it, so it doesn't hurt. Now you could put a little bit of darker here where the stems meet the flowers and things like that if you want to. It's so small and fiddly. Oops, I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to fill it in. Like that. Just checking I've done it all. Sometimes I have to move my head because the light captures certain bits. I think we're done. Let's just go out and have a look at the whole thing. I can obviously see the whole thing for myself. You want to see it too, I'm sure. So what I do when I zoom out and look at the whole thing is I just sit back a little bit, see whether this bit works with this bit, whether I've missed any bits, whether it's all okay. And that's what I look for. I think sometimes it is wise to sit back a little bit and have a look, because if you're always focused in, say, on that little bit of detail there or that one flower, you're not looking at how it all works together as a whole. And it can be daunting if you've got a page, not this page, but like the Wonder Room or something with loads of details. Looking at the whole page can be quite scary. So sometimes it does make sense to really focus in. But when you've sort of finished an item, just sit back, have a little look, see how it works. So there we are, really short. Actually, it's not as short as my timer says because I did stop for a sneeze, didn't I? But there's our first green one. That's our dark green flower. We'll do a lighter green flower tomorrow. I haven't really decided which one I'm going to do, but we'll see in a bit. We'll have a think. And so thank you very much for watching. I hope you get time to do a little bit of colouring or something relaxing today. Take it easy, have a lovely day, and happy colouring.